No, I didn't agree with the war, but the fact of the matter is, like, I was a young man of a certain age, and my country was at war, and I would have a choice to make. Was I going to participate, or was I not going to participate? And I would remember that choice for the rest of my life.
The invasion of Iraq brought Saddam Hussein's brutal regime to a swift end. What followed was a storm of chaos, out of which an insurgency was born.
There were Iraqis, of course, in the insurgency, but there was a lot of foreigners coming from all over the Arab world, even from other non-Arab countries, even from the United States, from France, Europe.
Among those vying for power, one Jordanian man stood out. His name was Abu Musab al-Zarqawi.
Al-Zarqawi is a product of the Jordanian prison system, who had a dream of establishing a new caliphate, and he was bound and determined to do it.
After America disbanded the Iraqi army, Zarqawi built one of his own, drawing thousands of fighters from inside and outside Iraq.
The violence that Zarqawi preached was so appealing that people would come from all over the world to do the most horrendous and brutal things to people.
It was a daily scene when you go out and see bodies dumped in the trash. They tied the kids into rocks and they threw them in the river. They cut their heads. It was horrible.
You're either with them or you're against them. If you're not with them, or if you don't financially support them, you're dead by all means.
Zarqawi called his group Al-Qaeda in Iraq. Today we know them as ISIS. In the spring of 2004, Iraqi nationalists and Zarqawi's growing army seized control of Fallujah, just miles from the capital.
These terrorists were armed to the teeth. No one could fight against them.
Fallujah kind of like was pushing a lot of danger into the country, pumping, like constantly pumping.
That was their safe zone. They go out and do stuff all over the country. If they could make it back to Fallujah, they were safe.
It had to be stopped, or the country will turn over to Al-Qaeda.
By October of 2004, Iraq's prime minister ordered civilians out of Fallujah so Iraqi and coalition forces could retake the city.
We are determined to clean Fallujah from terrorists.
90% of the population left the city, while thousands of insurgents turned it into a fortress. Early on November 9th, American and Iraqi troops entered Fallujah side by side. The next 6 days would be among the bloodiest in half a century.
It was real for us very quickly. We had a, KIA Marine within 5 minutes.
That city was 100% controlled by insurgency. We would find a head in the street, and there was no body. And we would find a body, and there was no head.
I knew this was an Al-Qaeda thing. This was a foreign fighter thing. I knew this was whoever the hell wanted to fight us in the whole world was coming to Fallujah.
Early in the morning of November 9th, 6 battalions of American and Iraqi forces began pushing south to clear all insurgents from Fallujah.
The only way you can clear a city is you have to search every house, you have to search every room, and you have to root out every insurgent.
They'd remain static in a building, knowing that they're probably not going to live. They may not even have a way back out, but they're so heavily fortified that you have to go in there and get them.
Every time we would go into one of those buildings, you never know what to expect.
It's different every single time. The only constant was, the fear, the adrenaline, the unknown.
We sustained hundreds of casualties. I mean, one guy in a building could take out a fire team.
The first objective for Regimental Combat Team 1 was to retake the Jolan district.
Jolan district was a district where that was kind of Al-Qaeda's headquarters. And we knew that it was going to get hairy down there.
There was still that sense of fear as we pulled into the city. I mean, it just grips you.
It was pitch black that night. Pitch black, because they did the attack on no moon, no illumination at all.
You could hear them from the mosque shouting to each other, let them come in, never run, never show them that you're afraid. It's tough fighting an enemy that's not afraid to die.
I mean, the bullets are real, but where in the hell is it coming from? Where are they?
Hearing them whiz by your head, it hissing a pop, and it's coming at you from all directions.
It's just like fighting ghosts.
A second day dawns, and already the nature of the battle has evolved. As Marines and soldiers from RCT-1 move south toward Jolan Park, the fight changes from a direct frontal assault to a chaotic kinetic battlefield, where Marines could find themselves surrounded at any time.
If you could see each other clearly, you'd kill each other. But even in a high-intensity firefight, it's a game of cat and mouse.
We have all these structures. We have all these buildings. We have rooms inside the structures. It's a three-dimensional battlefield. We like to think that the enemy's not behind us.
And in the narrow maze-like streets of Fallujah, tanks and armor become vulnerable to ambush.
This is their turf. They knew which ways we had to go. They were funneling us in certain directions.
Insurgents can wait inside for the tanks to get close and then attack by surprise.
There's only one option now, which is to send in Marines to clear that house out room by room and fight it out room by room, which is exactly what the insurgents wanted.
The deadliest thing they did in houses that I encountered was the tunnels from one house to another, because we would attack a house, think we had them pinned down, and they would escape and we'd get in there and they'd be gone.
Within these deadly buildings, full of death traps, an even darker discovery was made.
We opened the door, it's damp, and there's jerry-rigged cages, hooks from the ceilings, Al-Qaeda flags kind of in the corner. This looks like one of the setups we've seen in these beheading videos.
They don't just say, oh, okay, shoot him in the head, that's it. No, they want to torture you. They want to make your family suffer. They want to feed you. They will do so many things before they finish your life.
It's probably the closest thing to hell that you'll ever see.
Fire in the hole! Get back! Fire in the hole! Really, don't shoot! Head north! Fire in the hole! Get back! Fire in the hole! Out there! Have some more! Friendly! Get some! Blue diamond, blue diamond! All day!
We got them all! Complex is secure! Horse. We're keeping the streets clear, but it looks like there's still activity in the houses near our boss. Understood, Crazy Horse. I'll send first squad over to eyeball it. First squad, this is Spartan 3. Crazy Horse is reporting squirters around the Sheik's house, west of the park. That big-ass fancy one? Affirmative. Punch him in the mouth and see how they take it. Over. Roger that.
All right, Leathernecks. Cavs owning the streets and they got Mooj holed up in the house. Pick a fight. Watch that door!
but it looks like there's still activity in the houses near our boss. Understood, Crazy Horse. I'll send first squad over to eyeball it. First squad, Spartan 3. Crazy Horse is seeing squirters scrambling around the Sheik's house, west of the park. That big-ass fancy one? That's a roger. Go punch them in the mouth and see how they handle it.
Copy that, Spartan 3. All right, Leathernecks. Cavs owning the streets, and they got Mooj holed up in houses. Let's go pick a fight.